Hi, my name is Maria Cortez and I graduated in 2015. I go to California State University, Northridge. I'm going to be graduating in spring with my bachelor's degree in criminology, and my future career goal is to become a lawyer. So I am taking a small break just to get ready and familiarize myself with the application process and to get ready to take my LSAT, which is an entrance exam for law school. So I'm here to tell you about my story about my problem with time management my junior year and how it really affected me. So what changed my junior year was mainly the fact that I couldn't cut corners, because ever since middle school, I was able to cheer, I was able to be an avid, and I was able to still get really good grades in school. And by getting these good grades, like, I was just able to kind of cut corners and kind of coast by. And it was really easy for me, and it really came towards me, getting good grades and things like that. And your junior year, you can't do that. You can't really cut corners, and it's probably the most similar to what college is like, where you actually have to study, you have to read the passage, you have to be ready and prepared to come to class, and things like that. And I don't think I was ready for that. And I was trying to cut corners my junior year, and I was trying to coast by, and it showed. It showed in my GPA because it was low. It showed to everything I was in, because I was eventually kicked out of cheer for my grades. And I felt like if I had been better with time management, things would have been different. And I learned that, like, I couldn't do it all. And you can't, and you have to be really real with yourself. And I was just the type to be like, oh, I'm going to go to every event, and I'm going to hang out with every friend, and I'm going to watch all my shows and things like that, and kind of try to fit studying around it, when that's what I shouldn't have been doing, where studying should have been my main point and everything else should have been like an outer point. And if I couldn't get to it, I couldn't get to it. And I should have realized, if my friend is really my friend and they really care about me and I care about them, they won't mind if I say, hey, this time I can't hang out, or this time I can't go, or I'll pass and I'll go next time. So I definitely feel like that's what I had to learn with time management, is definitely learn how to say no to things that are not important to my education, especially if they're not done. I feel like the other things I had to learn was to basically write in my planner, here are the 5 top things I need to get done for the entire week. And the reason this helps me is because then I'll take everything the entire week, and even though that may seem overwhelming, then I would knock them down individually to each day and say, hey, here are my goals for the day. And my top 3 out of the 5, I absolutely have to get done. In my other 2, if I don't get to, it's okay, because it's due later on in the week, but I know about it. I'm aware about it. I know they need to still get done, and they're still sitting on my planner. So that's why I prefer doing that method in that way. So that's what I did. And I feel like my biggest advice is just to remain determined, no matter what you do, no matter how you feel. If you are passionate about it and you want to be, like me, I had my little brother and sister looking at me, and I know I wanted to go to a university, and I wanted to be a good role model, because I know that ultimately, like, as being the oldest, I have the responsibility that it's easier to follow in my footsteps. So I was determined. I know this is what I wanted, and I felt like I'm glad that I did experience this my junior year, because it wasn't too late. Even though I get that your junior year is most important, I still was able to go to college because of my other years, luckily, and my senior year and things like that with my GPA and the application process. So I'm definitely grateful that it did happen my junior year, because you do have the resources that you don't have in college. And I wouldn't change anything about going through this, even though you may feel sad about the situation that you are in now, or you feel like you're stuck. I definitely feel like if you can get up every day and just say, hey, I'm going to do it. This is what I want. This is not who I am. This does not define me, and I'm going to get better. Then that's what counts, and that's what matters. I think that's definitely my advice. So thank you.